Welcome in, guys, to yet another YouTube video. We are trying our best to keep ourselves active on the YouTubes. Guys, we have something interesting to talk about today. Obviously, from the thumbnail, from the title, you guys might be able to catch a little bit of the drift that I'm trying to push you in, which is we have some new updates for base legendary crafting in 9.1. Now, obviously, this is the first video that I really make explaining the whole thing, so just quickly going over it, we have the Vestige of Origins. Now, the Vestige of Origins, talked about multiple times before, but for people that don't know, it is this new optional reagent that is bind on pickup when you craft it, that you can make with one of your respective professions, obviously. Now, this will increase the base legendary armor rank of whatever you're crafting by 2. So if you make a rank 1, it's going to make it into a rank 3, rank 2 to rank 4, rank 3 to rank 5, and rank 4 to rank 6. So what this means is this is the way that we're going to be getting the higher item level legendaries. Now, the reason that I'm making this video, and I'm going to talk about this also on my live stream, obviously at twitch.tv/Usefull. I've been talking about it, but this is very important because this is the biggest change that they've made to the Vestige of Origins since they have been put on the not on the auction house, but on the PTR. So as you can see right here in front of me, I don't know if we can actually make this bigger, but we totally can. So what we're looking at here, guys, is the Vestige of Origins for the 4 different crafting professions that can make base legendaries. Now, this one is leather, blacksmithing, tailoring, and jewel crafting. Obviously, you guys can see that there's a pretty big difference in the amounts required for the different ones. Now, leather is 15 heavy desolate leather, 15 calcite, 70 pallet bones. Not the biggest, right? 40 lacerite, 15 shadow gas ingots. Not crazy. And the same goes for jewel crafting, which is 2 of each essence. It's not that insane. It's not that big of a difference from what it was previously. The biggest one, the biggest change is the Vestige of Origins made through tailoring. Now, 400 lightless silk, 400 strata cloth, and 75 penumbra thread. The baseline crafted cost for that specifically in the just the penumbra thread is pulling it almost higher than all the other ones with the current prices that we have regionally. A lot of people maybe look at this and think, oh my god, this is so unfair, this is so imbalanced, it doesn't make any sense. Why is tailoring so much more expensive for the Vestige of Origins compared to the other ones? Now, you guys have to remember that the current baseline crafted cost for these legendaries is really low, right, in tailoring, because of it being cloth. There's only the arboreal shard requirement, and then there's the enchanted lightless silk or strata cloth, and it's not that many that's required for it. It's definitely the cheapest base legendary pieces that you can make. So I think that this is a last ditch effort for Blizzard to try and make it a little more balanced overall. But this is a huge change for the cloth market, because this is going to, you're now going to be using, when you craft a rank 5 or 6 legendary, you're going to be using 3 stacks to 3 to 7, maybe even 8 stacks of each cloth, right? In WoW, as you can see right here, if we click down on one of the legendaries we have in here, let's say the pants, you use at a rank 4 220 serrata cloth and 80 enchanted lightless silk. Yes, that is a lot. Okay, that is a lot. So it's 160 enchanted lightless silk and 220, or not enchanted, but normal lightless silk if you don't have it enchanted, and then 220 strata cloth. Now, if you look at it from that perspective, you need 560 lightless silk and 620 strata cloth for one piece, one base legendary. That is insane. It's, you know, 2 to 3 times as much material as we've previously used, which means that those 2 markets right here, strata cloth and lightless silk, I mean, they're almost guaranteed to go up on pretty much every single server that there is, right? Because we're also going to have the crafter smart gear, we're going to have other things to use, both of the, you know, there's going to be shuffling, all sorts of stuff, right? So this isn't the only thing that cloth is going to be used for, so that's very important. Now, the other ones don't have that heavy of requirements. Obviously, you guys have to remember that even though you see this Vestige of Origins and you think, oh, this is like kind of cheap, maybe, we have the rank 3 and the rank 4 crafted costs for legendaries. Those things are still going to be a thing, because when you pop a Vestige of Origins, right, when you put that onto a rank 3, you still need the materials for the rank 3 or the rank 4, right, depending on if you're crafting a rank 5 or 6 with the Vestige of Origins. So this is pretty big news. The second part of me talking about this is the fact that Korthite Crystals have now been increased to 40 for one Vestige of Origins. Now, the current amount of Korthite Crystals that you can get on the PTR, if you do dailies and the weekly content for 1 week, right, 7 days, you're going on average to get around 5. That's what we've been able to see, to tell, to get information about. That's what we've been able to see, right? And if you can only get 5 Korthite Crystals per character every single week, every 7 days, this is going to take you 8 weeks. 8 weeks to get 40 Korthite Crystals. Now, that's almost 2 months, which is incredibly long considering the fact that we're going to be able to craft a Vestige of Origins from the recipe from the vendor that's advanced at honored for 2000 Stygia. This is something we'll be able to craft probably in the first 7 days. Maybe some people that slack a little bit, maybe the second week, right? So it doesn't make sense that we would have to wait 8 weeks to craft one piece. If we were self-sufficient, right? Obviously, the Korthite Crystals can be traded on the auction house. You can sell it, trade it in trade chat, sell it anywhere. So, but still, I mean, this will provide a huge bottleneck. If Blizzard doesn't increase the amount of Korthite Crystals that we can get from doing the Korthia dailies and other content in the game, this is going to be insanely expensive to upgrade your legendaries, right? It's going to be insane. It's not going to be that many people that are going to have access to rank 5s and rank 6s the moment that they can actually craft them, right? Because obviously with getting the recipe is one thing, but when people get enough soul cinders, which is within, I think it's within 3 weeks, you can, 3 or 4 weeks, you can craft your rank 6, but you can craft your rank 5 within a week or 2. So it's, you know, it's a little weird. And obviously if there are PTR updates, I will update you guys. I'm talking about all these things daily when they come out. On the PTR, we talk about it on the live stream, of course, but it's a little update video. This is a little legendary video for me. And yeah, if you guys want to get into base legendary crafting, this is absolutely the last call. Like, if you are not leveling your base legendary items right now to get them up to at least rank 3 to be ready for this, a lot of these materials are going to be so pricey that you either don't have the gold for it, or you're late to the party and are going to miss out on a lot of profits because you're not ready for it. So I would definitely recommend that if you're interested in doing this, definitely going for it. Now, the second part in the last thing I'll say is alt armies, right? I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of people talk about it, but if you are not going to play on multiple characters, even if Blizzard increases the amount of Korthite Crystals that we can get, playing on multiple characters is going to be key, right? Even if we were able to get 40 Korthite Crystals in a week, right? We still need, there's still 35 or almost 40 different gear slots for legendaries, which means that if you want to post one of every single piece at rank 5 and 6, you'd be able to, like, it's an obnoxious amount of Korthite Crystals that we need, even if they increase them. So alt armies, if you guys want to make some really, really good easy gold, obviously there's going to be a ton of people doing it because everybody's talking about it, right? But if you guys want to get in on it early, you have to be there in the first week selling the Korthite Crystals to people that are overpaying a lot for these things, because that's definitely going to happen. But we'll see what happens on the PTR. Currently, it's still pretty simple. We get the ability to craft these Vestiges of Origins pretty fast. If you want to do all of the legendary pieces, obviously, you have to get enough reputation on the alts that you actually want to craft the legendaries on. So say that you have leatherworking and blacksmithing on one character, you need to get honored and complete the quest line on where you help the rune carver. a couple campaign quest lines in, and that you would have to do that on a secondary character as well. So if you're stacking these 4 professions, you need at least 2 characters. Now most people obviously have 3 or 4 because they also have enchanting, alchemy, all the other professions. So yeah, this is gonna be big. Even if you're not gonna craft the legendaries, everything that's revolving around the legendaries, all the required materials are gonna be insane. Korthite crystals from Korthia, they're gonna be insane. I would recommend that you guys, if you're thinking about investing into any materials for 9.1, I would definitely go for the ones that are needed for legendaries. And if not legendaries, then obviously what usually works, which are consumables. But legendaries are going to be key. It's something that everybody in the game is going to need, and also probably multiple of. So definitely look into this. But that's basically all I had to say. I know this dragged on a little bit, but I do want to make sure that everybody gets the full understanding of what this is. I wanted to make sure that for new people that haven't seen or haven't heard too much about 9.1 yet, I wanted you guys to also understand what actually goes into 9.1 base legendary crafting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it made sense in some way. If you guys have any comments, any ideas, any thoughts about this, make sure you drop it down in the comment section below. If there's anything you would want me to talk about, throw the idea towards me. But other than that, I'll see you on the live stream or on the next video I make. See you guys.